10 interview questions with 10 possible answers exclusive for you. I know you're going to be getting that job interview in a short while, and I definitely know you're preparing. So you want to stay tuned to the end of this video where I'm going to be sharing 10 possible questions with responses. And we're going to start easy and then go hard. Because we already know when you go to do an interview, that's what the process is like. They start with the easy questions and then it gets harder. So you want to stay to the end of this video to get all 10 questions with all 10 possible answers. Guys, if you're viewing this channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Dr. Britton, and on this platform, I share how you can get a teaching job here in the United States. Also, if you did not check out my last couple of videos, you need to check those out. I shared recently a video answering to the questions, is it too late to apply to teach in the United States? You need to check that video out so you can get information and know what's your next steps. Also, a video was shared that talk about the motivators to teach here in the United States. And a lot of teachers, a lot of people are commenting saying, this video is going to help me with my upcoming interview. I didn't even know that that video was going to answer interview questions, but several people have said it. So you definitely should check that out if you will be doing an interview soon. The link will be in the description below. Now, without any further ado, let's go straight into our 10 questions. I did prepare a very special presentation for you. I wanted a new look. So let me know in the comment section if you like this. Let's go straight into it. So here it is, guys, teacher interview questions. These are some common interview questions along with sample answers for your teaching positions in the United States. Don't worry, if it's not for the United States, I'm sure some of these questions will still be asked in your upcoming interview. Now, it is important to note that your interview questions may not be specific to the questions presented in this video. However, you can still use these as a springboard in preparing for your interview. Now, if nobody told you before, I want to wish you all the best in your interview, as well as all the success in your future endeavors. Nail that, guys. Now, if you're studying for any type of exams, I want to share with you study.com. With study.com, you can study for your teaching licensure, or if you are studying for college credit, or you're a high school student who just need information for your studies, you can check out study.com and also get a 25% off your first month by using my link. I'll leave the description below. Study.com has helped so many people across the globe to study for their different types of exams. And without any further ado, let's go to question one. It says, why did you choose to become a teacher? So for this question, you want to think about your reasons to becoming a teacher, and not just a teacher, but maybe why you want to teach in the United States, because that might be the question. Why is it that you're interested to teach in the United States? You want to talk about your passion for helping others, your passion for learning, and your passion for also seeing students learn as you teach and they're understanding the concepts being taught. You want to talk about how you like to impact lives positively, and also the transformative process, when learning takes place. So you can do some more research on, what is it that is prompting you to apply for this teaching position, especially if it's in the United States, and what motivated you to become a teacher. All right. So the next question they may ask is, how do you create a positive and inclusive classroom environment? Now, it doesn't matter where you teach, whether you're teaching in the United States, whether you're teaching in the Middle East, whether you're teaching in Jamaica, your classroom is going to be diverse. There's going to be students who learn differently, students who have different needs. And so administrators want to know that you have a positive and inclusive classroom. How are you going to create this? You're going to want them to know that you're going to be fostering open communication. You're going to get to know your students individually. You're going to promote mutual respect. You're also going to provide activities and and ensure that students can feel represented and valued. Now, I did not say this before, so let me say it before we go any further. I forgot. Grab your pencil, your book, grab your chair, get your stuff, and start taking notes so that you can have these questions down for your interview. All right, let's go. So that's how you can create positive and inclusive learning environment. And you can also get more information by researching as well as things you're already doing in your classroom. What is it that you're doing now to create positive and inclusive classrooms? You may be asked to describe your approach to classroom management. Let me back up. I'm not going to say you may be asked. It's not maybe. Almost all administrators want to know how you manage your classroom. So they're going to ask you about your classroom management strategies. You want to let them know that you set clear expectations from the beginning. Once your students set foot in the classroom, you are setting those expectations. You want to let them know you establish consistent routines and you and your students follow these routines. You want to let them know that you implement positive reinforcement strategies and give examples of those strategies. Also, you provide support and a structured environment so that students can be engaged and focused in their learning. Expound on your answers and give examples. This is one of the big, this is a big question that almost all administrators will ask in an interview. Guys, if you've ever been asked this question before, put in the comment section below and let them know. And you can also give your possible answers. Let's go to the next question. Another question you may be asked is the techniques you use to differentiate instruction to meet the diverse needs of the students. We spoke earlier about the diversity of the classroom, so they might want to know how are you going to meet the needs of these different children. Some of the examples you can use are you can say flexible groupings, tiered assignments, you're going to incorporate different learning modalities as well as you're going to identify your students' strengths and challenges so that you can tailor teaching methods and address their individual needs. Do your research on differentiated instruction, find strategies that will work for you or have been working for you, expound on them. Teachers, sometimes they're asking you things that you're already doing, but they might say it in a way that sounds foreign. But most of the time you're already doing it. And don't be afraid to say, can you repeat that question or can you rephrase that question? Because when they rephrase it, you might find that it's something you're already doing, but they use a term that you did not know. All right. So techniques for differentiated instructions, and they're very big on differentiated instructions in the United States. Now, if you've gotten this far, guys, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you've not subscribed as yet, you don't want to miss all these important, invaluable information that's going to be shared on this platform. Share, 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 guys, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. The next question is, how do you integrate technology in your teaching? If you didn't know this before, technology is a big deal in the United States. They want to know you're integrating technology in the classroom. So some examples you can tell them that you're incorporating interactive presentations. Like this is a presentation I'm sharing here, but it's not interactive. How could you make it interactive? You can let them know you're going to incorporate educational apps, online resources. Let them know that you're going to allow your students to develop critical digital literacy skills and stay engaged in their learning. You want to find ways on how to integrate technology in your classroom. They're big on it. What is your experience with standardized tests? And how do you prepare students for it? Standardized tests. I know many countries have standardized tests. If you're from Jamaica, the CXCs. If you're from Bahamas, the Caribbean countries, the CXC is a standardized test. GSAT is a standardized test. PEPS is a standardized test. Here in the United States, you have so many different standardized tests. How do you prepare students for these tests? You want to let them know that you're going to incorporate test taking strategies in your lessons, and you're also going to align your curriculum with the relevant standards so that students can be prepared for these exams. They want their students to pass these standardized tests, guys. They are looked upon for these results. So you don't believe you're not going to be held accountable for it. So think about how you can make these students be successful in these tests. You also want to make sure you're maintaining a well-rounded um, classroom by preparing your students with assessment and engaging them in the curriculum to foster a deeper understanding on specific matters. Standardized tests is a big deal. You ever hear that song? Me a big deal. Well, standardized tests is a big deal in the United States. So how are you going to do it? How are you going to make sure how are you going to make sure your students are ready for it? Number seven, how do you handle parent teacher communication and involvement? Another big deal. They want to know that you are engaging the parents, you're communicating effectively. Parents know what's happening. Parents are quick to say they didn't know about this because they didn't tell them anything. So, how can you make sure they're involved? You can send out your weekly newsletters. You can have conference with them. You can call them on the phone. You can send text messages. You can use different apps like Class Dojo. Make sure you are communicating with the parents. Take the time to know them also, because once you know the parents and the students know that you know the parents, it may be easier for you to control your classes. So how are you going to do this? They're going to want to know it, so go ahead and research it, guys. How do you stay current with educational trends and best practices? And say, oh, that's it. I got the job, so I don't need to do anything else. No. What are you going to do? Let them know that you are a lifelong learner who likes to attend workshops. You attend conferences. You also stay actively engaged in your professional networks. You read educational literature on what's happening in education, and you research best practices in teaching. You want to let them know that you are engaged in these things. Also, as I look at this question, they might ask you what book you have read lately. Okay. What book you have read lately and what can you share about the book you read? Because they want to know that educators are reading. So you want to do that. Make sure you have a book that you're reading or books that you've been reading and can talk about in your interview, as well as how you stay current with educational trends and best practices. Another question you may be asked is to describe a challenging situation you've been faced with in the classroom. And guys, please don't tell the administrator you've never experienced any challenge before, because that's not true. As educators, we face challenges every single day, every day. So start thinking about a challenge that you're going to share. Start making up the scenario around that challenge, how you fixed it, and share it. Okay, an example is given here. It could be that a student was facing difficulty and you implemented differentiated instruction. You provided additional resources. You were patient and persistent with the child, and you helped that student to overcome obstacles. What have you been doing to assist students who are facing challenges? Because they know the students face challenges many days in the classroom as well as the teachers. How are you going to overcome these challenges as an educator? Again, guys, if you've not liked this video as yet, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I did say this is part one of two. Please be on the lookout for the other 10 questions that will be coming shortly, because I know sometimes you want to study wide and have a lot of questions that you are practicing, so that anything that they hit you with, you have an answer for it. The last the last one we're looking at in this video is, what do you believe is the most important contribution you can make as a teacher? Administrators want to know that you're coming with something. What are you bringing to the table? That's basically what they're asking you. What are you bringing to the table? You need to research the school district that you're going to be getting a job with. You need to research what their culture is, what is it they're involved in, what they're big on, and then see how you can contribute to this school district. If you are going to be interviewing with a school district that you cannot find one thing that you can contribute to or one thing you believe in on their website, then that school district might not be for you. So go ahead and think about it. Can you start a garden club? Can you start a spelling club? Can you assist other teachers with maybe, sports activities? What can you do to contribute to the school? They want to know that every educator can assist in some way, shape, or form. There's a sample answer there. You can say that you're going to empower students to become lifelong learners. You're also going to instill passion for now. You're going to instill passion for knowledge. You're also going to equip them with tools they need to succeed academically and personally, and also inspire a love for learning. But in addition to that, talk about things that you can do physically as well, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, know your strengths, know your skills, what you're good at, and what you can do for your new school so that you can share that with them. Okay, so the next thing I want you to know, if you're interested in joining a Telegram group, a link is in the description below. In that group, we basically upload the new videos. So if you want to get first dibs on that video, you can join that group, as well as network with other teachers. Networking is always important. Okay, so we've come to the end of the video. If you are joining my platform for the first time, you may not know you can find me on all social media platform at Kicking with Dr. Britton. So also I provide one-on-one consultation for a small fee if you want to learn more about getting a teaching job here in the United States. Check out supremacyconnect.com for all your questions about teaching in the United States. If you're trying to apply for a J1 waiver, if you're trying to get some immigration questions answered, you can reach out to supremacyconnect.com. Sign up for a session. It's very reasonable, and we can talk some more, and I can share my expertise with you. Guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel as yet, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That's a like. Subscribe and turn your notification bells on. Go ahead and give me some motivation to want to do some more. Okay, I did say it in my previous videos, encouragement sweeten labor. So guys, go ahead and encourage me by subscribing. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.